Welcome to my daily live stream. I'm mayohosko. Thank you so much for watching. I'm back in the Lego sitting because I don't feel like building Lego today. I built a lot of Lego on the weekend, and so I don't feel like touching Lego. Just want to talk. I just want to talk with anyone who shows up today. That's all I really want to do. Because we built some awesome sets on the 24-hour live stream, and because of that I took the day off yesterday just to refresh myself after such a busy weekend with everyone. And my Instagram has been going gangbusters because of all the calls to action that I've put out there, and I probably forgot to edit the description of this live stream to include that. But I'm sure any of the viewers that come in today are, if they are on Instagram, then they're probably already following me anyway on Instagram. Anyway, who's in chat? We got Alexandria, Cliff, and Brick Babe. Yeah, so this is just a sitting stream, just talking about anything that you guys want to talk about and talking about what's going on in my city. So I might have said this on one of my live streams before the 24-hour live stream, is that while I was cleaning and consolidating, I did find the Pick-a-Brick cup of the light 10 2x2 plates, jumpers, and tiles. So they're in there. So one of the things I did on one of the city building streams was I put some of these in here, and something else I'm going to do besides getting some more foliage I found while doing some cleaning in my room. I did find some trees. I put them on my build table. I'll go get them for you right now because there was a couple of trees. Actually, no, there's 3 trees. I don't know why they were just laying around in my room, but they were. So this was one of the trees from that African savanna GWP. This was a tree from a friend's set. And this is a tree I made out of spare foliage pieces. So that'll be going into the city eventually. I don't know what the price of eggs in China are right now. I don't buy eggs. I don't eat eggs on their own. I only eat eggs when it's incorporated as ingredients in other food. So when people have historically complained about the price of eggs, I don't know what to judge the price on. Yeah. So, and also, hey Candy, sorry that you had all those technical difficulties on the 24-hour stream, and Brick Babe, sorry that you were dealing with the storm and your health concerns on the weekend. Alexandria, it was great talking with you the whole way through, and Cliff, it was great building with you on various parts of the 24-hour live stream. Yeah, that was just a lot of fun on the weekend. And now, besides this stream, right now I'm kind of having a lazy day today, and I'm feeling so lazy today that I didn't even want to build a set. But something that I will do is I'll go and take the camera to my room. So let me turn the camera off because I need to go get out the sets that I want people's input on. Because for those who watched the 24-hour live stream, you know that there's 2 sets I want to gauge in just from whatever the viewers want to see next. So let me get them out on the table. Where are they? Yeah. So I'm in my room right now. Let's turn the camera back on. There's the Billy bookcases. Got some empty boxes from the homes I unboxed at the end of there. And yeah, these are the two sets down here. So when I did the unboxing on the 24-hour live stream, we got the Michael Schumacher Ferrari Formula One car. And we got the upscaled Wally, Eve, and Mo. Probably the three most recognizable robots from the Wall-E movie. So I'll be gauging interest from my viewers, subscribers, and followers on a bunch of different platforms. I'll be trying to keep mental notes on a notes app so that by the end of the week we can get a majority rules type thing and for the next big build project. So just for people in the chat right now, which of the sets would you rather see me build? The Wall-E robots or the Michael Schumacher F1 car? I'm gonna tally people's votes in my mind and then put that in and then put that into Notes app. The Wall-E robots or Michael Schumacher's F1? The Wall-E robots or the Michael Schumacher F1? You let me know whichever of those you'd rather see me build. Because I always carry my phone with me whenever I do streams. My phone is never that far away from me. Things happen, Candy. A lot of other people had technical difficulties as well. Some people had scheduling conflicts. Things happen. I've grown to expect that. That's why I cast the net far and wide from all my friends in the LEGO community. So I'm going to make a notes app because Alexandria definitely wants to see the Wall-E robots. So let me put a notes app. Let me start writing that up. Okay. So F1 versus Wall-E. And I'm going to create a tallies. Put the semicolon next to F1, then Wall-E, and the semicolon next to Wall-E. So 1 Alexandria. And I need to write people's names so that I don't get duplicate, so that I don't count duplicate votings from people who follow me on social media. Okay, so let me get that up. Yeah, so I'll be keeping up. So I'll be making a tally score and list throughout the rest of the week. Anyway, is there anything that you guys want to talk about today? What do we want to talk about today? What else do I need to do in the city? Something also. While I was cleaning, some of you guys who saw the 24-hour live stream might have saw a person called Jason's Bricks and Five. He's a big fan of the Oswald collectible minifigure from one of the Disney series. So when we were at Brickworld Chicago, he gave me his Oswald sticker. I found that hanging around in my room, so I decided to bring that into the garage while I was jamming out to some tunes and put that on one of the Mayo panels, and it's going to act as a billboard in my city. Yeah, so we've got that on top of the Gabby's dollhouse. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, so this is a city building live stream, and we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. But the things that I'm talking about is stuff that we're either changing or adding to the city, like the foliage we showed like that billboard we just showed, like those sidewalk tiles we just showed. We built a friend's car that we'll be adding on the city somewhere. We built the Tintin rocket, which I'm gonna pose in the city eventually. Probably do that tomorrow when I get back to my regular daily activities. Because at least once a day I try to do stuff in the garage, just so that I'm not doing nothing all day. Because like sometimes when I'm walking around the house, I'll just walk into the garage and just stare at the city, stare across at what's going on, and see if there's anything I can do immediately. Hey 24, was good to have you a couple times on the 24-hour live stream. And Barbara, it was good to see you there in the chat as well. Anything else? Well, actually, there's two things I can reach off of over here. Yeah. So, also, hey Zelda, it was good to talk to you for many hours on the 24-hour live stream. So while I was cleaning up, I found this old forest vignette. This was a vignette I made before I made all those minifigure habitats. I actually made a forest minifigure habitat in the same vein as this thing right here, but this doesn't have the connections, so thus it's a vignette, not a habitat. And I made something similar to this for the zombie cheerleader, which is my favorite CMF from Series 14, of which Series 14 is my favorite CMF series ever. So I think this is something like this would look good on top of the mountain I'll build eventually. And also, I was trying to find Scott's crops for a while. I knew it had to be around here somewhere. It was in a junk drawer sitting on my shelves somewhere. Yeah, so I want to get Scott's crops put back together. I don't know where I misplaced the Scott's blocks sig fig. I need to find it again, or I might need to piece together it again, because I've got plenty of the pieces to assemble his sig fig. I just need to either find it again or make a new one. Yeah, and we still got Leonardo da Vinci just hanging out in the city. Who knows? Maybe maybe someone in the chat might know a good place where we can put Leonardo da Vinci in the city. So I do need people to let me know which Lego set they would prefer to see me build on my live streams for the foreseeable future. The Michael Schumacher F1 car or the upscaled Wall-E robots. Showed that off earlier on in the stream. So if you need to remind yourselves what those sets look like, you can go rewind in the stream. But I want as many people to let me know which of those sets they want to see me build. Alexandria voted for the Wall-E set, so that's the first vote on the board. That's from the GWP. So I need as many people as possible to let me know which of those two sets they want to see me build. And I'll be asking that question on all of my live streams this week. 24 wants to see me build the Wall-E. Okay, that's 2 votes for the Wall-E. I'm keeping a notes app of everyone's votes. I think, well, because with the Scream and those yellow flowers, did we get a Vincent van Gogh minifigure in any of those? Because I think it would be cool in the vein of the other historical figure tribute sets if Vincent van Gogh got a GWP, and if they want to, you know what would also be cool? If in the mosaic art sets themes of, is that under the icons theme? I think it would be cool if they made art pieces from Picasso and Frida Kahlo. Pretty sure they've already done Andy Warhol with his Marilyn Monroe paintings. So I think it would be cool if we could get a tribute GWP based off Andy Warhol, and then make art sets from Picasso and Frida Kahlo, and then get tribute GWPs for them, because they did the same for, well, they did a similar thing for a tribute to Leonardo da Vinci after we got his flying machine. You could also do something similar to Leonardo da Vinci's flying machine. Maybe make one of the inventions that Thomas Edison did. Maybe do whatever the electric coil that Nicholas Tesla did, and then make tribute GWPs for them. I mean, there's all sorts of historical figures that I'm sure people in the chat would like to see if Lego actually listened to this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, so Vincent van Gogh did come with the Starry Night, yeah. So we got Van Gogh in the Starry Night. So then, what if they make a tribute to Vincent van Gogh, and they have it to where it's whatever room where he painted the Starry Night? I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so it was Wally and Michael Schumacher's F1 car. Candy is also casting another vote for Wally, so that should be 3 votes for Wally. 3 for Wally. Alexandria 2-4, and Candy. Salvador Dali. Someone was talking about Salvador Dali somewhere on the weekend. I forget where. Yeah, I think of Frida Kahlo because that's what because in high school we talked about some of her art. I forget which grade I was in at the time. So Zelda's also voting for Wally. Looks like we're getting a majority rules in this chat today. So that's 4 for Wally. Zelda is also voting for Wally. Oh yeah, it was Macro Bricks who was talking about Salvador Dali on my 24-hour live stream. Again, there was just so many fantastic people in the chat that day and on the panel that day. But if you're British, it was your second half of Saturday and your first half of Sunday. In Australia, it was majority Sunday except for the last hour of Saturday. Yeah. But for all of my American friends, it was mostly Saturday. Yeah, Alexandra says Leonardo da Vinci should be painting a mural. Oh, kind of like a billboard artist, maybe. That's a good idea. I could, because if I influenced anyone to subscribe to Matt Simmons, who is one of the inspirations for my channel, I probably have their channel linked in some videos somewhere. If you want to go check them out, they once had one of the CMF artists painting a flag on one of the roofs in their city. But yeah, Alexandria, you'll have to remind me of that idea in a DM. Yeah, and on the 24-hour live stream, I probably won't forget Johnny G suggesting me to put Tintin Rocket in the city somewhere. I think that'll be a good gag, at least. What is other people saying? Hey Billy, hey Dina. It was good seeing y'all on the 24-hour live stream. We're just in the city. I'm talking about things going on in the city, and reacting to whatever you guys are talking about as well. You meant to tune in earlier, but you were distracted by lawnmower. Yeah, you've been hardcore on the lawnmower restoration. I mean, ain't nothing gonna break your stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow you down. Oh, you got to keep on moving. Yeah, and so Dina and Billy, I want to get everyone's thoughts about which of the two following Lego sets we should build next: the Wally upscaled robots, or the the Michael Schumacher Ferrari F1 car. So far in today's chat, there's a majority rules for the Wally, but that's just you guys in chat. That's not potentially people who might be in the chat of my live stream tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, or the next day, or the next day. And I'll probably tomorrow put out an Instagram vote about that in my stories, and I'll probably put out a post poll on my Facebook as well, and I'll probably put out another post poll on my YouTube community tab as well. Yeah. So yeah, so that's the kind of stuff we were talking about today. They'll have good taste and vote for Wally. Yeah, there's definitely a majority. Yeah. So Billy, I know that you're a car guy, but even you would like to see Wally be built first. Okay, I'm gonna chalk up your vote for Wally as well. So that's 5. Add Billy into that. Yeah. Also found more pine trees, small pine trees. I'm probably got enough of the small pine trees in the city right now, so I want to diversify the different. I want to diversify the biodiversity in the city. So I need to get a tub just for the small pine trees, because I went gangbusters on those years ago. Yeah. No, she didn't. Cat can't operate a phone unless you're a cat that is skilled enough, like the piano cat. Da 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 da. There's my only hands for today. This palm tree right here, or this, or this. This is not a pine. This is not a palm tree, but it's still reasonably interesting. It's probably the easiest of those trees I can add into the city. So this one right here, yeah, we got the koala CMF, eating some leaves up in there. Yeah, get my my thing out of the way. Get my shoulder out of the way. Is there anything else going on in the city? Yeah, so I was cleaning and consolidating. I did isolate a lot of the Friends buildings I need to put back together, because I got stuff from the main street set that has kind of got a little bit taken apart over time. Hey, Strickling, it was good to see you on the 24-hour live stream chat. We're just talking about stuff I'm just talking about stuff that's going on in the city and whatever everyone else is talking about right now. You need to dedicate a display spot for your Lego cats. Yeah, so which of the cat sets do you have? Are you trying to be a completionist of specific types of cats? Are you trying to buy every set that comes out with a cat? Because you're probably the most cattiest person I know, even more so than actual cat owners I know, of which there are some cat owners in the chat right now. Do you have a superhero for your city? I've got different Marvel and DC CMF no, sorry and minifigures around the place. Like there's a Batman. If I scooch this over, there's a Batman on top of the Friends mansion right there. Um, and But I traded away most of or a lot of my Marvel and DC characters for GWPs. Um, yeah. So I think Batman is the only Marvel DC character I have in the city right now. Because Batman is appropriately on a rooftop right now. I don't know why I decided to put Sam Kerr on that same rooftop. Maybe they're getting on with each other. Who knows? Yeah. I wonder which of the Batman actors Sam Kerr would like. But I'm pretty sure Sam Kerr pretty sure Sam Kerr is a lesbian. I'll have to double check that after the stream. I know that Mary Fowler is dating Nathan Cleary, who is by far the best halfback in world rugby league. Yeah, 2-4 has a few cat sets. You know what, 2-4? You should do some content where you have any if you have any of the buildable cats, you should pose your cats next to the Lego buildable cats. That would be fun. And you collect lots of cats from Pab, fat cats, skinny cats, grumpy cats, spots, stripes, fast, slow, bougie, dirty, friends, minifigure style. Yeah, so you collect all different types. So you say you collect all different types, but are you not a completionist? Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, no, sorry. I'm not going to say it'll be fun because personally, I don't care for pets like cats. But for those who do, I'm sure they'll get a kick out of it if you end up doing that content on your media. It was funny. I got into a semi argument with someone on the live stream I did on the day before the 24-hour live stream. And I really respect the fact that some of you know that I don't care for pets. But in return, I respect the fact that you guys do. So I like the dynamic we have that I let you guys do you and you let me do me. Yeah. Yeah. So you're not a completionist. Ultra wealth grows all insane. Would that be a dig at Duck Bricks in any way? Spending with his $7,000 haul, because a few people have wanted to talk to me about Duck Bricks' $7,000 haul. Someone DM'd me about that today because they wanted to know my thoughts. Yeah, because what kind of sales have you guys found recently? Because I did that unboxing at the end of the 24-hour live stream where I got over half a dozen sets ranging from 20 to 50% off. So I was happy with that stuff. And in that haul is where we got the upscaled Wally robots and the Michael Schumacher F1 car. So I'll be excited to build those. I'll be excited to build the other sets I got in those holes. but by far Michael Schumacher's F1 and the Wall-E robots were the two most were the two sets I was most interested in building. And then also we got the SpongeBob Conch Drive, which is I think coming out in September, which is going to be a fun set. I mean, I'm a huge SpongeBob fan. I grew up watching seasons 1 to 8 probably, and yeah, I I'm friends with a lot of people who also like SpongeBob. Growing up, I had the second edition Krusty Krab set and the Bikini Bottom Express submarine bus. Because for those who don't know, in Bikini Bottom, in SpongeBob TV series, the buses are shaped like submarines. Um, Hello, Goofy Gals. It says you should get some Lego food trucks in your city. You're building the Fires one right now. I know a lot of people who also have Lego cities who bought who have been buying those. I'm not I haven't bought any of those, but I have bought stuff that were food vans or food stands and actually converted them into food kiosks. So, and also I made some custom corner shops before some of those city sets came out that were food vans. So, like the burger van came out a few years ago. The donut van, no, sorry, the burger van came out a couple years ago. The donut van came out a couple years ago. The French fries food van came out earlier, like in January this year. What else? Yeah, I've already made mock corner shops of them, and there was a friend set from the early 2020s that had a taco van and what else? Had a taco van and some other stuff. I turned that taco van into a taco kiosk, which is where my fingers are pointing at right there. And there was and the Lego Friends theme has made a few hot dog vans over the years. I have the original one that came out in 2015 or 2016. I eventually modified that into a hot dog a kiosk. I need to put those on in front of the modulars back there. I've got extra wide sidewalk where all that's at for some of those more food related businesses. Want to get that to be kind of like a kind of like how you see outdoor food courts. Like in my city, the big shopping precinct is called Rundle Mall, and there are food vendors in the middle of the walkway in that mall, and that's the kind of vibes that I want to eventually get with the sidewalks in front of the modulars. So a lot of city builders have gone down the route of those food vans in the city theme. I've kind of gone more so down the lines of whatever the Friends theme has done and making some mocks, which is why I was really happy when they did that hot chocolate stand GWP back in December last year, because I knew I could buy that hot chocolate stand and convert it to eventually sell coffee. So we can have a coffee vendor in the city, because you can never have enough coffee, right? Can never have enough coffee. Gotta have coffee. Yeah, I defaulted on some of this stuff in my game, but oh well. Let me refresh this and see when the next stuff is due. Hey, Silent Mode. It was great talking to you on the 24-hour live stream. Just seeing when my next fights are. Oh yeah, there's a fight going on in the next 60 seconds. Yeah, so we're just in the city. I'm talking about stuff in the city and responding to, well, and also responding to whatever you guys are talking about in the chat. Yeah, we appreciate all of the lurkers because we value their eyes and their ears. Well, we value their eyeballs on YouTube, and we value their eardrums in real life. Their digital eyeballs and their real ears, so to speak. I know it's a little bit of a weird autonomy analogy right there, but the StreamYard icon shows the viewers with an eyeball ball symbol. So when's the next fight? The next fight is in exactly 20 minutes. Let's set an alarm for 20 minutes. So that'll be 11:27 a.m. Okay. I'll need to charge my computer after this live stream. You saw that Lego's releasing a friend's pizza van and city pizza van delivery. Well, they already did a city pizza delivery van a long time ago. I think that was about five plus years ago now. So I think a pizza delivery van is overdue. And because I had the 2009 pizzeria from the City Corner set, but eventually I want to make a pizzeria that kind of looks similar to Pizza to Go, which was a set from 1994. Hello, Yoda's brick collection. You're building the Lego. You're building a Lego Coruscant. I really like people's mocks of Coruscant from Star Wars. My friend Hoarder66, who isn't in the chat right now, he made a good slums of Coruscant mock, and he posted that on Instagram years ago. And also, Coconut Bricks Studios made a good Coruscant mock a couple years ago as well. Yeah, Coruscant's definitely one of my favorite planets in Star Wars. Even though I don't really care about Star Wars, I really like the slums of Coruscant. You're happy to recreate a city pizza van. You got one used. Yeah, so that was what I was talking about. You might have enough parts to make a third. Yeah, I know people back in the day, when that came out, was like, man, it would be cool if Lego made more of these, and it took them a few years after that, but eventually Lego turned that into a yearly set release of different food and drink types, because we've got, over the past 10 years, we've got sets of their ilk for pizza, donuts, burgers, French fries, ice cream, slushies. I think they need to make an actual one for coffee that isn't just the hot chocolate standard GWP. Yeah, probably can't do something like that for candy. That would probably require an actual storefront. Maybe because of the boba tea collectible minifigure, they could do a boba tea shop on wheels. I don't know, I'm just spitballing an idea there. I'll claim that as mine if Lego ever ends up doing that. If one of them is a white whale for me, it was the farmer's market event. Oh yeah, I always forget about that one because it's kind of the oddball out in my opinion. it's kind of the oddball out. That's just me. But what do you guys think about that, sir? Free candy fan. And it's just a white panel van, like one of those van builds from the 90s, but it's all white and there's nothing inside. There's just a fancy sticker that says free candy inside. Hey Dragon, what do you say? Say goo, then hi. And yeah, I saw the link that you sent me to Kelton Davis's Lego Island video. I saw that in my subscriptions within the first 6 hours of him uploading that whenever he did that. I haven't watched that video yet because I've been so busy with the 24-hour live stream. But today I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to lay in my bed apart from this live stream. Don't feel like picking up my phone except for answering people's DMs. So leave a message at the tone. That is a text message, not a phone call. I'll reply to people's DMs because today I swear I'm not doing anything except this live stream. Nothing at all except this live stream. And if you follow me on Instagram and you've been keeping up with my stories and paying attention to the music I put in my stories, you know what that's a reference to. When they retire the OK plumbing van. Oh yeah, that was another one of the. Wasn't that one of the police sets? Where? Oh no, that was what the wet bandits used in the Home Alone set, right? Because the only other plumbing van I can think of was the flying flusher from the Lego Movie 1. Yeah. So for those who have just rolled on in, I'm talking about stuff that's going on in my city and responding to whatever you guys are saying in the chat. Hey Frog, was good chatting to you on the 24-hour live stream. And also I gotta say, for people who come in over halfway through the stream, there was never a guarantee that we ever do live streams more than half an hour. Half an hour is the minimum that I do, unless there's absolutely zero people watching. So I'm just saying, for people who get into the chat at after 9:30 p.m. Eastern, there's no guarantee that I'll be live any given day at 9:31 p.m. Eastern. So if you don't want to catch yourself out by missing out on the stream, I'd encourage people to get in the chat before 9:29 p.m. Eastern. I'm just saying. And then engage with the conversations of what we end up talking about at the start. And then if you guys are interested in those conversations, then hell, you might go back and watch on the replay. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's always great talking to people because you guys in chat give me the energy for my live streams. The Lego Gotham City would be good. See, I've seen people make mocks of parts of Gotham City, and they've incorporated them as like pop culture or Batman suburbs into their existing Lego city. But I've never seen someone do a city update or have a series of posts on Instagram or whatever where it's a pure Gotham City. I've seen some people have it where their entire city is New York and buildings from New York to because of all of the MCU characters that are based in New York, like Spider-Man and all of them others from the Avengers, etc. But I've never seen someone develop their entire city to be a replica of Gotham. or anything. Maybe that would be too expensive. Who knows? I didn't bring my water bottle. Let me go get my water very quickly. And I would be sitting in a chair, but my chair is in my room right now. Always stay hydrated, everyone. And whenever you're doing a live stream or watching a live stream, always make sure that your water bottle is besides you. Is there anything else I can talk about? I did find some more base plates that were hiding in my room. I've got a pile of base plates to the left of where the camera is at right now. So they'll be incorporated into the city eventually. Oh, Jesus. Equally important in the hot and cold. What's the context about that? Wonder how much public brick fair Baltimore will. Wonder how much public brick fair Baltimore will, with a Baltimore Ravens preseason game this evening weekend. Okay, I think I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what the crowds are for NFL preseason games. There's a channel called WC Bricks. He has a super cool mock Gotham City. Okay, Strictly, can you DM me a link to one of their videos? Maybe I can go and check them out. I'm always interested in seeing channels who make city updates. Anything else? Oh, there's drawers that don't need to be around here. What else? This pad box doesn't need to be here. We put that off to the side. Hey, Hoarder! We were talking about your slums of Coruscant earlier. We're going to end this live stream in 11 minutes, unless so if we unless we have 10 eyeballs in the chat at the top of the hour, we're going to be ending the stream. What do you think of Spain getting an exclusive FIFA World Cup set? I think it's a cash grab, and I'm assuming that Lego would have had blueprints on any of the betting favorites to win the World Cup. I'm assuming they would have had designs going for Argentina and England and Spain and France and Brazil, even though they got knocked out early, and the USA, even though the US can't get to the quarterfinals of the World Cup for whatever reason, and Belgium and Croatia, and other and Germany and other association football powerhouses. I'm guessing they would have had concepts on standby, because how could you not, if immediately when Spain won the World Cup they announced a Spain exclusive, they would have had to prepare that weeks in advance. and their social media team would have had to be on the clicker, on the button at the tap of a fingernail to get that information released, like right on the same day as Spain winning the World Cup. So I think that would have been highly planned, and because that is highly planned, I think it's a cash grab. But there's always merchandise companies who are very keen and quick to capitalize on passionate sports fans winning a premiership or a championship or a trophy or a cup or a title. I mean, that's why I have a Los Angeles Lakers 2020 championship and Los Angeles Lakers 2020 hooding, because of merchandise companies capitalizing with cash grab merchandise. You might get a FIFA set if it's cheap enough. Yeah, I'm waiting for the sets that have the Lionel Messi and the Cristiano Ronaldo minifigures to go on sale. I'm waiting for those because they are the two greatest players of their generation. And now that they're not in their primes anymore, Lamine Yamal and Kylian Mbappe are probably now the greatest. Are probably now the two greatest players in the world. Even though they haven't formed their Ballon d'Or dominance like what CR7 and Messi 10 have done. Hey Copper, saw you on Timmy's stream earlier, and you were in the chats of the 24-hour live stream, which was fun. Yeah, we're going to be ending in 8 minutes unless I see double-digit eyeballs. Because after this stream I'm gonna have a lazy day, and I'm gonna be so lazy that I'm gonna try and catch up with all of my friends' content on demand and watch some of the sports shows, and if I can get that done, go back to watching some shows on Disney Plus. Because I'm not laying a finger on my Butterfinger. No, just kidding. I'm not laying a finger on building any sets today, but I am asking people which out of these two Lego sets you guys want me to build. The Michael Schumacher Ferrari Formula One car set, or the upscaled Wall-E robots sets. I showed those two sets on camera earlier on in the stream, and it's another democratic order on the mayohosko channel because I'm letting the viewers, the subscribers, and the followers decide which one of those two sets I build next. So far, it's been a majority rules for the Wall-E set. Because Alexandria, Never Too Old for Bricks, One Brick at a Time, Zissou, Sultanfuss, and Billy have voted for the Wall-E. But some of the newcomers into the chat, which of those two sets do you want to see me build first? The upscaled Wall-E robots, or the Michael Schumacher F1 car? Let me know in the chat, and I'll tally your votes onto my notes app. King of the Hill new season came out today. Oh, really? Aren't they up to like season 14 or something now? I mean, I haven't been keeping up with King of the Hill like I have some other cartoons from the Foxtel. Sorry, not the Foxtel, from the Fox network. But yeah, I like some episodes, but not all episodes of King of the Hill. Yes. Okay. So Strictly voted for Wall-E. Okay, that's 6 for Wall-E. So I'll add Strictly. Copper is also voting for Wall-E. That's 7. Yeah. You'd like to see Wall-E since you think about buying it. Well, I bought it a couple weeks ago during end of financial year Insiders Weekend. you still have the F1 rollback with the Audi. Yeah, I was not interested in that set at all because it's good for the kids in my opinion. But if you're an F1 fan and you know anything about the realism of F1, you know that that is one of the most unrealistic vehicles that would ever be associated with F1. That's not how they transport their cars. And I'm an F1 realist, which is why I did not like that set, to be honest. You live in Texas, so King of the Hill reminds you of home. Yeah, I assume anyone in this chat from Texas would really like King of the Hill. Oh, there's a strange noise outside. Huh. I don't know what the hell that is. Um, you on? Oh, you're building up the upscaled Wally right now. Oh, so do you mean the set with the three robots, or the older Wally from 2016 or whenever it came out? You're on bag 16 because there were two versions of that original. One was with the sloppily designed connection, and the second incarnation was where they fixed the connection of that. Frankenfrog's also voting for Walling, so that's 8 for Walling. So I'll add Frog to the tally. And I'm doing stuff in game. So let me do this for 30 seconds. Give you guys some time to breathe. Okay, those fights are done. And the next batch of fights is in 13 minutes. Put the timer on for 11:41 a.m. There we go. After 24 hours straight streaming, you deserve a lazy day off. That's what I had yesterday. I slept for 16 hours yesterday. I went to bed at well, actually no, it was actually no, it was probably more close to 14 or 15 hours now that I come to think of it, because I did wake up for an hour or so, and then I went back to bed for another deep sleep. But anyway, I went to bed at around midnight, and then I woke up at 4 p.m. So now I've been awake for 19 and a half hours, but I don't feel tired because I got all of that rest after my 24-hour stream, like almost a double the daily recommended sleep. So that might be being a jet lag thing for all I know. Okay, yeah. What else? Took you too long to build the tour bus. You liked King of the Hill. You like that rollback because you like tow trucks. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to vote for. Wait, which one were you voting? Were you voting for Dragon? The Michael Schumacher F1 car or the Wally robots? Which of them do you want me to build? Still have your eye on the F1 Semi, the LA City one. Yeah, I've been consolidating. I've been going back and forth if I really want to buy that set. Okay, Dragon's voting for Wally. We'll add that to the tally. So that's 9. Dragon. Okay, but I think I am going to go now. I think I've run out of things I can talk about on my own. So yeah, so come back and watch my live stream at the same time tomorrow. Thank you for watching this live stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lazy day off. So yeah, I'll see you on my live stream tomorrow. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.